that's the call came out. Matching your description. You're obviously holding a camera. You're recording. So that's all we have. That's all we have to work on right now. So that's why I'm making contact with you right now.
But for future reference, I just want you to know that is not enough to ID someone. Okay. And I think you know that. I think you probably got to update it. You know,
it makes it easier, right? And like I mentioned, you're not in any trouble, like you had mentioned. I'm trying to make contact with you. At the end of the day, I'm doing my job.
No, you are. But see, part of your job is to enforce accurate law. If you're misinterpreting the law, now you're violating someone's rights unknowingly. You can do it knowingly or unknowingly. Like this gentleman, when you went to the car, he said, I did not have to ID. That's counterproductive to what you said. So then when I told the gentleman, well, tell her that. Then he said, well, it's not my stop. See, now we have a difference of understanding here. We got two law officers saying two different things. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
We got a call just basically that you were just reporting vehicles throughout the... I guess that we're driving around.
Today's video comes from the channel The Flash Audits. He was approached by Officer Chavro after just a single call and was asked to show ID. Yet the police could not provide any reasonable suspicion. Watch how he uses legal arguments to push back. If you like how The Flash Audits handled it, drop a 5 in the comments.
Okay, what happened?
I'm sorry?
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
It was just that we had received a call that you were reporting vehicles while they were passing by the IBC.
Okay.
Are you from the area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an ID on you? Just have dispatch knows that I'm in contact with you?
This is a consensual encounter?
No, we actually got a call.
How come it's not consensual?
Well, we had parties that were asking for me to check out with you.
Is there a crime being broken?
No, there isn't.
So it's consensual, right?
Well, it's not consensual because it was consensual, not me just making contact with you without me being dispatched to you.
Well, since there's not a crime, then you have no investigation, right?
Well, no, it is that's the reason why I'm here. I didn't know that you were standing behind the IBC bank.
Is suspicion a crime?
No, it's not.
So you have no reason to be here, right?
No, I do. I'm advising you that I got a call.
Oh, okay. So I think what you would do is make contact with them then.
No, because I don't know who.
Oh. So you just got an anonymous call?
Just touched to this one.
Okay. Well, I don't really give ID.
Well, you're required right now because obviously I got a call. It's not a consensual encounter.
I'm only required to give ID. I believe it's 3802 penal code. I'm only required to give an ID if I'm lawfully arrested. I'm not lawfully arrested.
Well, no. That's, obviously if you're arrested, then yes.
Right.
Obviously you're required to give your information. But what I'm trying to make you understand is this isn't a casual encounter. I just didn't drive by here and just say, hey, okay, let me check out with this guy. That's not what happened.
Okay, so
I didn't know that you were out here.
You're right.
Okay.
So in terms of your investigation is a suspicious person.
Yeah, that's how the call came. And obviously you're not doing anything wrong. I mean, I can see that you're just standing here with your phone. I mean, I'm not. You know what I mean?
So
and
why
you're not in any trouble.
I mean, I wouldn't know that. If I surrender my Fourth Amendment, I could be wanted. Then I'd be surrender of Fourth Amendment, then I could be in trouble.
In trouble for what?
I'm just saying, in hypothetical scenarios, we watch cops all the time, right? It still comes on TV. When someone surrenders their Fourth Amendment, such as their ID, you guys run that through NCIS, and then you go, or ASIS, you're right, and you run their system, their information is look for warrants. So now they surrender their Fourth Amendment, then they're subject to arrest.
Okay, so do you understand the reason why I'm here?
Yeah,
I totally understand that, but that would be like in a whole different circumstance, right? This isn't a trap stop or anything like that.
Right.
It's not a casual encounter. I mean, you can just provide your information. We did get a call that you were out here recording vehicles. Again, you're not committing any crime. The only thing is that I got dispatched here.
Okay. No rings. You're not married?
No, sir.
Why not? No need to be? Oh, wow. Woo.
If you don't mind, I'll be out of your hair. It's kind of hot out here, and you can continue.
It's a good shade. Look at this shade tree. Unfortunately, I cannot assist you with your investigation. That's not my job. I'm not going to do that. So even identifying me will be assisting you with your investigation.
Well, the thing is that I don't know you personally.
You're not supposed to. I'm a private citizen.
Yeah, of course. So
right.
What I'm saying is I got dispatched here.
Well, you gotta know.
So it's not a consensual encounter, right? You do have to identify, is what I'm saying.
I don't have to identify.
Because it isn't a
How long you been an officer?
A few years now.
A few years. You know, I got a question. This is hypothetical speaking. This is not, I'm not insinuating nothing. This is a hypothetical conversation. When officers encounter a member of the public, and a member of the public explains to them their rights. Okay.
I can hear you. I can multitask.
Okay. Name?
How's it going, bro? Officer McGee.
Badge number?
747.
747. What was your badge number?
747.
Okay, just like a hypothetical question. I'm not insinuating nothing, but when officers encounter a member of the public, and the member of the public state their rights or penal code, why do officers never think that they're police? Is it because there's a code of conduct that says if you're a police, you wouldn't do this? If you're a police, you wouldn't be out here with a camera doing what you're doing. Is that like an internal thought process?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even know.
Wow. So no one. So when I rewind this and play this, you're saying I gave an incomplete sentence?
That's not what I'm saying, sir.
Well, then why don't you know what I'm talking about?
So right now we're obviously you're going off topic, right?
I'm supposed to, because you have no reason to be here.
I do. I just explained that to you. We got a phone call,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there somebody concerned? That's all it is, right?
And now you're here.
And now I'm here. So it's not a consensual encounter, like I mentioned. I just didn't drive by here and decide to talk to you.
You did.
I did. I actually got here. So
It's a little too hot for us to just roll by and talk to people.
we just came into shit anyway. So
Well, the reason I say you did is because no one gave you a citation of a law being broken or a policy being broken. Therefore, for you to drive past and observe, you observe the suspicious person, which is me. You see no crime. He was given no crime.
no.
And you observe the suspicious person, which is me. And since you observed the suspicious person,
Yeah, I got you. No, like
hey, y'all body cameras rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like she just finished explaining to you. We just got a call, right? You know, so whenever we get a call, you know, you're matching description, we just, you know, come say what's up, right? Make sure you're good, you know what I mean?
But listen, I want to have a lower level conversation real quick.
Yeah,
This is my hypothetical question. Why is it that when officers are called to the scene, even if it's not a crime, like what I'm doing right now, why is it that when you engage with a member of the public, when the member of the public state their rights, and if I state penal code, if I state case law, why is it that police officers never think, is he a police officer? It's almost like you guys just be like, he's not a lawyer, he's not a police officer, whatever he's saying. Why is it that type of like posture?
Yeah, no, I mean, we listen to people, right? It's a part of our job, you know, every single day. When people are right, I tell them, okay, you're right, you know what I mean?
Okay, now watch this. Is this a consensual encounter?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Just because it's a call for service.
Right, because it's a call for service.
Yeah.
But when it's a call for service, you guys are here to enforce the law.
Not necessarily.
Then what else do you enforce?
So like reasonable suspicion, right?
What's reasonable?
Reasonable?
That's articulable reason
It's just what a
suspicion.
reasonable person would believe. You know what I mean?
Is that a penal code reason?
It's in the penal code.
It says articulable suspicion that a crime is being committed or about to be committed.
I don't know the definition textbook off my head, right? But reasonable suspicion, probable cause, they're all different levels.
Right.
But like I said, call for service, usually just reasonable suspicion. You know what I mean? It's not probable cause, right? Like,
Right.
No probable cause.
So there's no probable cause for me to ID. But that's not what she's saying. We're still here because she's saying I have to ID.
Oh, well, that's her call, right?
No.
Officer in charge here.
Yeah, she's officer in charge.
Yeah.
But you still have a duty to correct any erroneous mistakes.
Yeah.
So right, so
I don't see any mistakes going on here. Right?
you just said I don't have ID. I just told you she said I have to. Now you say you don't see a mistake?
Well, that's her call. Maybe she sees something that I don't.
I don't know what to call you.
Yeah. How you doing?
You're gonna be good if we leave.
Yeah.
Look, like I mentioned before, you're not committing a crime, right? And you're obviously aware of that, right?
Right.
You obviously got concerned citizens. You're recording, right?
But no,
So-
you're nice. But my thing is this. When a member of the public engages with law enforcement, we should be able to give our understanding also in such a way to you guys shouldn't be in a hurry to leave. Because if there was a real investigation, when I was breaking the law, you guys would take your time to detail a police report, what they call them, witnesses. You guys would take your time to get a full report.
Sometimes our hands are limited, right? Like I mentioned earlier. earlier was just a concerned citizen, so we don't have any information based on.
Right. I know that, but I'm saying, like, since you don't have that,
We don't, and so the call came out.
Mm-hmm.
Guy matching your description. You're obviously holding a camera. You're
Right.
recording. So that's all we have. That's all we have to work on right now. So that's why I'm making contact with you right now.
But for future reference, I just want you to know that that is not enough to ID someone.
Okay.
And I think you know that. I think you probably got to update it, you know. I think
it makes it easier, right? And like I mentioned, you're not in any trouble, like you had mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to make contact with you.
Right.
At the end of the day, I'm doing my job.
No, you are. But see,
Right.
part of your job is to enforce accurate law. If you're misinterpreting the law, now you're violating someone's rights unknowingly. You can do it knowingly or unknowingly. Like this gentleman. When you went to the car, he said, I did not have to ID. That's counterproductive to what you said. So then when I told the gentleman, well, tell her that. Then he said, well, it's not my stop. See, now we have a difference of understanding here. We got two law officers saying two different things. That is a problem. You should be on the same page. And then he said he doesn't know the exact penal code verbiage or articulable suspicion. That's another bad thing, because you have to know that to make a proper investigation or proper arrest.
I just none of my business. Are you prior law enforcement? Or are you just something that you just speak you like it?
I'm definitely, I've been in government.
Okay.
I've been in government, you know, and so.
So look, like I mentioned, you're not in any trouble, and you haven't committed a crime, right? Like I had mentioned before. You're gonna be good. We
But
won't have to
that's
be
not
called
good
out.
enough,
Well, the thing is that
because you gave misinformation.
How did that?
You said I did not have to ID. Did you say that? And then when I said, well, tell her that, there's no proper cause.
It's just a conversation.
So then why did you say I have to ID?
Well, because it wasn't a casual encounter.
It just make it easy. That's not a legitimate circumstance. I want to know the right answer. So I'm trying to get you guys to get on the same page. That's what I'm trying to do. I want to know, why did you say I don't have to ID, and why are you saying I do have to
I
ID?
did get dispatched. He didn't get dispatched.
Doesn't matter. He's law enforcement.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is he probably just did a rotate. I'm pretty sure he didn't get dispatched to here.
I
I have a call. Like I have an actual
This is
call
her
that I.
responsibility.
I mean, there's always an officer in charge for any situation, but that doesn't mean you didn't know what's going on, right?
Okay, so like I mentioned, I did get a call. Right? I have a call was created for me to make contact with. This isn't, like I mentioned, I didn't casually drive up here, and I was on the other side of town when this call came up.
Right.
So all I'm saying is,
Okay, let me ask you this. If I would have gave you my ID, would you have ran my name?
read it.
Would you have ran it in the
No,
system?
I would have logged it in. Just that I made contact with you.
So you wouldn't have ran for warrants?
No, there's a difference. I can log it in that I'm in contact with you, and obviously you haven't committed a crime. And running it through the NCIC TCC,
Right.
which you had mentioned, is totally different. I wouldn't have done that.
Now let me ask you this. How would a member of the public know when you're going to make that discretionary
You
decision?
could have listened just like you did right now.
But
Or you could have probably heard.
I've done it before. I've done it before. And I know, and that's the bad thing about law enforcement encounter. You know, when a member of the public says something that happened in the past, law enforcement says, well, that's a different situation. But
Which it was.
when you guys encounter us and you say, well, you could be doing this, you could be doing that, then we can say, well, that's a different situation. So it goes both ways, you know.
Well,
Right.
yeah, every situation is different. Unfortunately, we're here because, like I mentioned before, there's the call that I received, right? And that's basically, like I mentioned, you're not in any trouble or anything like that.
You guys got cards?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can write the CAD number on there, this call for service number for me.
You want the cat narrative number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't want to say, are you the kind of public official that don't correct their officers when they're wrong?
I don't know if she's right or wrong.
You don't know penal code?
I do.
What's penal code for ID?
Penal code for ID?
Yeah.
That doesn't really make any sense.
What is the penal code for when a member of the public is required to identify themselves?
When they're suspected of committing a crime.
Right. Am I suspected of committing a crime? So
But
when,
like I said, we got reasonable suspicion, we got probable cause, we got mere suspicion.
all that is separate though.
Yeah, but you're rambling on about all these different levels.
I'm rambling.
Yeah, you keep throwing different names.
Isn't that what you guys use to articulate an arrest or a citation? You use penal code, right?
Yeah.
So when a member of the,
Transportation code for citations.
or,
Yeah.
or right, so when a member of the public brings up penal code, then they're rambling
Well, I mean, you don't really stay on one topic. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
because you guys have no reason to be here. So I have to use subject matter examples to get you guys to understand.
Well, it's like she's finished telling you, man. We do have a reason to be here just because of the call.
Man,
Right? That doesn't mean we're, telling you, hey, you're committing a crime or whatever, right? But it's just a concerned citizen, right? Our citizens are our responsibility.
You're Daffy Duck. You need to touch up on your law and your fundamentals, because you are a casualty to the city, and you, by the way you interpret things, it's not good for law enforcement.
That's not a case number. I might stretch it out. It's just a kind of narrative call.
It's information. If you guys are here on an information call.
Yes.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
No.
All
All right.
Be safe, man.
Hey, and always remember, every member of the public could be an FBI agent. They could be anybody. So when you give inaccurate representations of the law, you're opening yourself up to situations and circumstances. And we don't want to do that because the taxpayers have nothing to do with it. Okay. You too.
Filming or recording in public is not a crime, but it's often misunderstood and can lead to police encounters. The key point is that you are not required to present ID unless there is a clear legal basis. The difference between suspicion and crime is the line that protects civil rights. If all they have is an anonymous call or someone else's discomfort, police cannot force you to give up your privacy.
Who's officer?
400 South Trainer
What's
West.
up?
I've got him. What's your name?
For what?
Because I'm asking, I'm investigating a crime right now. I need to know your name. And you have a possible match of the suspect I'm looking for.
Jackson was on his way to the gym when he was stopped by Cedar City Police just because Officer Bonzo thought his clothing and appearance looked similar to a suspect.
Or the other involved
Could
party.
you describe that?
What's that?
Could you
No,
describe
I
it?
need your name. I need identification from you right now, okay? In the state of Utah, if I'm investigating a crime, you have to provide identification to me. And even if you're not involved in the incident, then you can still be charged with failure to comply.
I don't
Or
have an
provide
identification
information.
on me, officer.
You don't have any, what's your name?
I don't feel comfortable giving that out to you.
Okay, dude, do you want to be arrested? Dude, this isn't that hard.
I didn't do anything wrong, officer. I'm going to the gym.
Okay, that's fine. If you didn't do anything wrong, you're going to be on your way. I don't want to sit here and waste my time.
What do you need from me?
I need your name. I need some sort of form of identification from you.
I don't have anything on me.
Okay, what's your name?
I don't want to give that out to you today.
You would rather be charged with a crime?
For what? What did I do?
Failure to comply. Failure to provide identification.
What did I do? I was just walking.
Okay, you match the
I just
description.
left my house.
Okay.
I
Let
just
me
left
just
my
tell you.
house to go to the gym.
You match your description.
And what's the description?
Pretty much what you're wearing
What
right
am I
now.
wearing that's
The
descriptive?
black hoodie.
Black hoodie?
Yeah,
And what?
a black hoodie and dark complexion. Meaning either Native American or possibly Hispanic is what they're telling me. Dude, we can be done here really fast.
Dude, I'm going to the gym.
I know, but that you may be going to the gym. All I need to know is your name. What's your first name?
I don't want to give you my name
Why?
because I didn't do anything.
Well, yeah, and if you didn't do anything, then there's no reason you shouldn't.
I
give me
did
a
not
name.
do anything. You mean I had nothing to do with anything? I
but
walked.
I don't
I walked
know
from
that.
my house. I walked
don't
from my
know
house.
that.
I left my house, and I'm going to Vasa Fitness to go to the gym because I got work at 10.
I don't know that.
Well, now you do.
Yeah, but if you give me your name, we're done.
For what?
If I have some identification from
Dude,
you,
I don't
anything-
feel cool with you just pulling up on me out of nowhere.
I didn't
I
pull
feel
up on
like
you,
I'm
know
being
it.
like
I
racially
told you,
profiled.
You're not being racially profiled.
Okay,
Don't
well-
even take the racial profile
Oh.
card with me because you do not even know me. So
I
don't
don't
even
know
do
you
that.
guys either. I'm just going to the gym.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
walking to the gym,
Do you know
and
that we would have
Officer
been done if
G
you
Bonzo
if you
is
would've pulled-
stopping me for no reason.
No, I told you. the
And then he has
stop.
M. Carpenter pulling up on
If
me
you
for no
would've
reason.
pulled out an ID and
I
showed
don't know
to
what
me-
I did. So if I end up in jail for nothing, I'm going to the gym for nothing. He stops me because I made strong eye contact
What?
with T Bonzo walking. I'm testing my
No, he won't
hypothesis on
identify
him.
himself.
I'm doing this
And he matched
specifically to walk out of my house and I go straight to the gym. This is my daily routine. You guys see it every day. I just
don't see
posted
it every
yesterday, and now watch this. Now we have 3 cops on me because they're looking for a 5'6" male, Hispanic or Native American. Surprise, I'm brown, Hispanic, Native American. What am I looking for? What are you looking for? What do you guys need?
Just your
Now we have 3
identification.
officers.
We just need to know need to know what your name is,
For what?
so I can tell. We have a name of the suspect.
Okay,
You give
and
us your
you're-
name.
What's your name?
For what?
Okay, so we're investigating an assault. Okay.
All right, you guys
matched the
wanna
same
hear my
description
name?
What was told? Yes.
All right, well, now we have 4 officers coming up.
I know you're not.
All right, I was about to give you my name, but let's just wait for all the 4 officers to pull up. Let's wait for 10. Shit, let's get the whole fucking sheriff out here. Let's get the whole department out here.
Do you know if
Let's get your higher commanders out
Do you
here.
know if you would have?
Because what did I do?
Okay,
I did nothing.
I'm the officer
I deal with
in charge.
this shit on a fucking daily basis. You know, this is like my 5th time in Cedar City. Of like, you guys are like new. These are new faces to me. I've seen like, I've been on this other town. I got
Hey,
stopped. I go on that side of town.
I
I get
told you
stopped. I go
much.
on this end of
If
town.
you
I don't
showed
get
me
stopped.
ID, we would've
I
been
get over
gone.
here.
You're
I know. I
causing the
told you I
problem.
don't have an ID, officer.
Well, what's your name
I
then?
said, officer, I don't have an ID,
Then
and
what
I don't
is
want to
your
give you
name?
my name because I did nothing wrong.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, what are you stopping me for? And you're talking to me, and then you have him trying to talk to me, and you have him trying to talk to me, and you have him trying to talk to me.
Do you want to
Dude,
argue?
I'm
Do you
gonna
want to
continue.
Okay.
But what else do you guys want to continue?
What's your name?
You guys, what should we do? Should we give him our name? I don't know. If I go to jail for nothing, this is stupid. If I get arrested for nothing, you know, I could plead my 5th until my attorney shows up. I
We've
can
been
do
told the
anything.
name.
I can do anything. All they want is a name.
What's your name?
Let me get yours first.
Carpenter.
Carpenter.
Patch.
Name. Badge number. Badge number. Okay. Name.
Sergeant Bonzo.
Badge number.
We don't have badge numbers.
Okay. So from here, what are we gonna do?
Just simply, all I need to name.
All right, I gave you my name, and then what's next?
As long as your name does not match the name we're looking for, you're on your way.
Okay, my name, McKaylin Jackson.
Okay,
If that's me, if you're looking for me, then you're looking for me.
and what's your date of birth?
10,
Okay,
so it's January 10th,
okay,
2004.
excellent.
Are you looking for me?
Nope.
Okay.
That is not the person
Please
we're
don't
looking
ever
for.
stop
You
this
can
person
leave.
again.
No, I can stop you.
Okay,
Fine.
don't stop me. Okay, you guys have a great day.
In many cases, matching a suspect description is used as a basis to stop people, often relying on vague or generic details. This case shows the absurdity of Jackson being asked for ID when he was simply headed to the gym. Staying calm, recording the entire encounter, demanding clear explanations, and providing only the minimum required information is the simplest way to protect yourself.
You just pulled up to harass me or something, bro?
No, sir. I'm already.
So what you say that for? What you mean?
You questioned me. You pulled me up. You said.
I asked you why you hit your horn. You just hit your.
The next video comes from the YouTube channel Let's Talk Numbers. He had only honked his horn to warn a woman to move out of the way, but right after, an officer from the Ecorse Police Department approached and demanded his ID without giving any valid reason.
Laser, law is shit.
You motioned for me to come up.
Right.
You asked me a question. You asked me why I honked the horn.
All right.
I honked the horn because I've been chasing Ezra out of the roadway for the last 15 minutes.
All right. Well, she was standing in my car at the time. She wasn't in the roadway.
She's standing in the roadway.
Bro, she was standing right here talking to me.
This is the roadway. This is the roadway.
It don't. She can stand by. People can stand out here by their cars. Man, it's a public street, bro.
It is a public street.
All right.
It's
So
made for vehicles, not made for pedestrians.
You say you just kidding from the store.
Over 7,500 pedestrians are killed each year. Okay?
Right, but you just said trespassing at the store, bro. She wasn't at the store. You know what I'm saying? So leave her alone.
She's standing in the middle of the roadway.
Okay.
You have your license, sir?
Huh? I ain't got to show you my license for what? No, I don't. Call your supervisor.
You're not wearing a seatbelt.
What you mean? Cause you wearing a seatbelt? I'm finna go in the store. I'll talk to this lady already. You just pulled up and said the same thing. You just seen it. Nah, go call your supervisor.
I am the supervisor on the road right now.
Well, you got to call your supervisor, bro.
You're going to have to call the station if you want to talk to your supervisor.
I don't have to call the station. You call the station. You want to request my ID for no reason.
I'm telling you why.
You don't have no probable cause, no nothing for you to ask for my ID, bro.
Probable cause is
you don't have anything.
You're in a vehicle without a seatbelt.
Yeah, I can, right, because I'm getting out and going to the store. What you mean?
You were still in the vehicle.
What do you mean? I just called you over to the vehicle.
You're right.
So what are you talking about then?
Okay, give me 1 second, okay? You're not
Right, figure that out. Figure that out real quick, man. You're going to be like 2 million views on this one if you keep on playing with me. All right, come on. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no warrant, no ticket, no nothing. So we can play this game all day. You already see it's a rental card, so you already know. Hey, I'm totally legit, buddy. So play your little game if you want to, man. Hey, you said I'm not free to go? You said I'm not free to go? All right, so you're detaining me without probable cause. You already know I sue Ecorse. You already know I sue River Rouge. You already know all that shit. So come on, keep on playing with me today. You see this idiot? He don't even know who I am, bro. Like, I don't even know who he is, actually. That's what's crazy. He just here playing with me like I'm a kid, man.
Hey, sir, you're fine to report, obviously.
Huh?
We do it from the sidewalk.
You said from the sidewalk? Bro, why'd you even, what am I still here talking to you for?
It's called investigative detention.
This ain't no investigation. What investigating what? What are you investigating?
You're not wearing a seatbelt.
What you mean? I can not have a seatbelt and go into the store? What do you mean? I can get out the car? What are you talking about?
You can't, but you're still...
You don't have a seatbelt on right now either. Do you have a seatbelt on?
You're right.
All right, so why you sitting here messing with me, man? So you sitting here harassing me, brother?
I'm not harassing you.
Yes, you are, and you're going to have a problem, man. I'm filing a complaint. As soon as I pull off, I'm going to file a complaint against you, sir.
That's fine. We go.
right.
Wait for me. I don't want you to get hit by a car, okay? Everything's being recorded on my chest as well, okay?
You sitting right there in your seat without a seatbelt on.
You're right.
All right, and you shouldn't sit here and try to investigate me about sitting here in my car, right here, without a seatbelt on.
Okay.
You sound insane, man. You shouldn't even took it this far. Now you make yourself just look stupid.
Yeah, I don't understand how I'm making myself...
Oh, you're gonna see. You're gonna see. You ever heard of Let's Talk Number USA? That's my page. That's why. That's my page.
That's fine.
All right, I got you.
First of all, you don't need probable cause to pull a car over.
Bruh, it ain't. Yes, you definitely have to have probable cause. You insane? I filed 7 federal cases, man. I won every single one of them. You gonna sit here and tell me about a Fourth Amendment? Come on, man. You serious? You don't know who you're talking to. That's the problem. You need to talk to Johnson. You need to talk to everybody. You need to talk to your chief of police. You need to talk to all them right now because I'm definitely finna go down there and I'm finna file a complaint against you. All right.
That's your right.
Definitely.
Okay. Again, sir.
All right, stay right there, man. For my safety and your safety, stay where you are, brother.
Well, I'm just
all right, because you've been aggressive the whole time,
I haven't
man.
been aggressive at all.
Yes, you have, brother.
Listen, I'm Officer Lane with the Ecorse Police Department.
I see now.
The reason I stopped you is because you motioned.
You didn't stop me. You sat there and humped your horn at a lady that was standing by my car. So make sure you make this correct. All right, man. Don't.
It's all being recorded, man. There's
Man, look, I'm a very factual person, brother.
Okay.
Believe me.
Listen, I've never met you before.
All right, yeah, that's what you understand. I'm very serious, and you don't even understand that, brother.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
First of all, you need reasonable suspicion to make a traffic stop. Okay?
No, man. You have to have articulate for a traffic stop.
You gotta have what?
You got to have an articulated suspicion, man. What are you talking
Articulated
about?
or
Right.
suspicion?
Articulated suspicion. You can't articulate why you just stopped me. You're going to say, you said, because I didn't have a seatbelt on. You didn't have a seatbelt on.
Okay,
You're sitting here just like me. What are you talking about?
I'm on a traffic stop.
So you got your laws is better than my laws?
After I go up to your
You're more important than me?
Not at all. After I go up to your vehicle and I come back to my car and I'm running your plate, that means that I need to put my seatbelt on to run your plate.
You make yourself look really silly right now, man.
You are as well.
I'm telling you, you don't even know who you're talking. You don't even know what's going on right now.
Sir, you're illegally parked. You're more than a foot from the curb.
Bro, you can say whatever you want to, man. You can say whatever you want to. Go ahead.
You're failing to ID.
You can say whatever you want to, brother.
You're failing to identify.
You can say whatever you want to.
Officer, you had no seatbelt.
I don't have to answer any questions posed by a police officer.
I'm not asking you any questions. I'm making statements.
You did. You just asked me for ID. What do you mean I don't have to answer? I don't have to answer none of that, bro. My right, I don't have to answer anything you ask me, brother.
Your Fourth Amendment. Well, what's your Fourth Amendment right?
What do you mean? What's my Fourth Amendment right? You want to know? Have you heard Terry vs. Ohio?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. So what's Terry's first name?
I know what.
You sound silly. His name is John. It's John Terry, man. I studied this shit, man. I studied this, man. I filed 7 federal cases against your department. I had 1 against the Ecorse. Every department, Wayne County, State Police, all of you guys. So you see, so you're gonna sit here and you're gonna sit here and play this game with me. You playing a retarded game.
What game am I playing?
You know what game you're playing.
I don't.
Yes, you are.
I don't.
You still got me sitting detained for no reason. You got me detained from the beginning, no reason, and now you see me got me talking to you for no reason, brother.
Explain everything to you so you understand why.
I just want to know if I'm free to go. That's it.
Okay, listen, I'm not going to write you any tickets today, okay? I'll let things go, okay? Also, just so you know, I can write you a ticket. You're illegally parked more than a foot in the curb. You did not have a seatbelt on, okay? Therefore, that is probable cause in and of itself, okay? If you feel as though you want to make a complaint, you're more than welcome, obviously, to do that, okay?
I'm going to make a complaint.
3869 West Jefferson, okay?
Oh, I know exactly where it's at. I had filed complaints there before. I told you I filed lawsuits there, too. Yeah, you just fucked up. You just picked the wrong person to with today. That's all it is, brother. He said I'm parked too far away from the curve. Look at this. Look how far he's parked away from the curve. But I'm parked too far away. Oh, my God. Everybody, we're going to have to bash this guy. Ecorse Police Department. Ecorse Finest. Right here. Ecorse Finest.
In this situation, Let's Talk Numbers did well by reminding the officer of his Fourth Amendment rights, and even pointing out that he had previously won a lawsuit, which made the officer back down. Still, He could have gone further by asking for the specific legal basis or simply refusing to answer additional questions. These small steps can create an advantage by holding police accountable. We share this video to provide information and encourage citizens to handle such encounters lawfully and peacefully.
Last but certainly not least, we extend our heartfelt thanks to the behind-the-scenes team who spent months making these videos possible. Hundreds of hours went into research and production, and I'm deeply grateful to the dedicated team who worked tirelessly behind the scenes.
So that the call came out, guy matching your description. You're obviously holding a camera, you're recording, so
YouTube thinks you'll love the video on screen. Click to watch now.
But for future reference, I just want you to know that that is not enough to ID someone. Okay. And I think you know that. I think you probably got to update it, you know.